Welcome to the Music Showcase. I'm Bryer and welcome back to another video. So here is the follow-up to my CD haul. This is where I'm going to name my top 5 CD purchases of the month of April. So this was very tough because there were so many good albums this year. This was probably the hardest to rank because the months before, like I kind of knew already, but literally right before I started recording, I kind of had to move stuff around just a little bit. But pretty much all these albums I'm going to be showing, even my honorable mentions, are very, very good. So again, at this point, I mean, these rankings don't really matter a whole lot. This is just a fun little exercise I want to do every month. And we'll see if these CDs make my top 30 CD purchases when we get to the end of the year. So yeah. So again, this is all just my opinions. If you haven't watched my CD haul, go check that out. That has all the CDs I bought throughout April. And so we'll see if your predictions are gonna come up here. So if you've enjoyed this series so far, please give it a like, subscribe if you're new. And let's get started. And this one's a bit more laid back. It's not like my 80 series where I have like the number appearing. This one's a bit more laid back. I'm still gonna do the same thing for the honorable mentions, but for the most part, we're just gonna talk through. So, number 5. Again, this was very tough. So for my number 5, I'm gonna go with Envy of None. Like I said, I'm going to briefly recap what I said in my CD haul video, but this is Alex Lifeson's little project he did. He just collaborated with a bunch of other musicians. This is very much alternative rock, indie rock, and yeah, Alex has just decided to hop in and join in on this one, and I think it's very good. It's just awesome. It's just really well produced. There's a lot of good songs. I don't think I mentioned in the CD haul, but you have a female singer in here, and I think she sounds great on here. I really love her voice on this. So it starts out with Never Said I Love You. Great opening song. You have Shadows. Great. Look Inside. Good one. Spy House, Dog's Life, Old Strings, Dumb, Enemy. It's very touching because the last song is called Western Sunset, and that was Alex's little tribute to Neil Peart. This was something that came out after his passing, and it's an instrumental piece, but I think it's a nice, beautiful way to close out the album. But yeah, it's a great album. I very much enjoyed listening to this one. Came out in 2022, I believe, yeah? I want to make sure. Yeah, 2022. So, we'll show the packaging. I guess we'll steal a little bit from my 80s series, so we'll go through the packaging. So it comes with this lad with other albums on this label, if you want to check it out or so. Oh, fold out one. Just looking through this. Yeah. All that. And this one folds out. Kind of get a little mini poster. Then you have the lyrics on the other side. That's what it comes with. But yeah, good find, good purchase. So go check it out if you haven't already. So I'm trying to put this back. I'm not cutting this out because again, this is more chill. We're chill. Okay, that's number 5. Number 4. Okay, you're gonna see a theme with my top 5, but number 4, we're going with Donald Fagen, The Nightfly. Yeah, I said this in the haul, but if you love Steely Dan, you're definitely gonna love this one. Just good stuff. It pretty much sounds like something you hear during the Gaucho period. Donald Fagen still sounds great. His voice is great. And pretty much top to bottom, like all killer, no filler. Like there's no bad song or anything. All of them has a great beat to it, good rhythm, good bass work. Great everything. Great keyboards as well, and piano and stuff like that. But yeah, let's quickly look. There's the disc. Try to get the booklet out. It's always tough sometimes. You get the lyrics and it tells you who was playing on each song. Here we go. Yeah, not much to it. But yeah, it's number 4. Number 3. we have the mint jams with Cassiope. That's gonna haunt me. But yeah, great jazz fusion. I mean, I already talked about it in the haul. Again, sounds fantastic. For a live album, it does not sound like it at all. It sounds like it would be a studio recording, but it's not. But yeah, they kind of fool you. But yeah, terrific musicianship. I mean, and this came out in like 82, I believe. And yeah, it sounds fantastic. I mean, go check it out, really. Go really check it out, because I was really blown away by how good this sounded. No vocals on it, but it's really about the musicianship. So go ahead, have fun with that. I'm just gonna say it out now. Pretty much jazz fusion has pretty much dominated my top 5. Like, I've become a big jazz fusion fan, based on what I've gotten so far. Like, there's just so many good stuff to it. I'd say if you're not a fan of like your traditional jazz, like piano, double bass, and horns and stuff like that. If you're not into that, go check out jazz fusion, because there's a lot more to them. It's jazzy, but you have more electric guitars, more electric bass, more keyboards on it. Just adds a little more flair to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, very much enjoying jazz fusion. Okay, as this next album, which is another jazz fusion, Weather Report. So yeah, I loved what I've heard from Weather Report, and this is definitely no exception. Jaco Pastorius on bass, just he's fantastic, and everyone else in the band absolutely spectacular. I'm pretty sure one of the main guys is Zaul. That's his last name, I think. They don't even give you anything. This C is not helping me. But anyhow, hopefully you're if you're watching this and you're already familiar with Weather Report, you already know the members. But yeah, that's my number 2. Okay, let's see. Do I want to show the honorable mentions now, or should I do my number 1 and then the honorable mention? We'll go with the honorable mentions first. Let's show them off real quick.
Waiting for the break of day. All night long, he was running. It's the time of the season.
Even though she's an honorable mention, Maria Takeyoshi, just loving her. But anyhow, my number 1 is going to be The Inner Mounting Flame by the Mahavishnu Orchestra with John McLaughlin. This blew me away. Just the guitar work is just really is the big thing about this album. I mean, John McLaughlin, definitely want to check out more of his work. Just great guitar playing throughout, and everybody else on it is just as great. Just great support. Just some great the musicianship, great melodies, great passages throughout, and it just rocks out and still very jazzy. So yeah, and I like the album cover too. I kind of like that. It's very simple. It's a flame. The band's in a flame. So yeah, not much else to say. But yeah, there you have it. So yeah, this is kind of this is probably going to be a shorter video. Because I think the other videos I've done in the past, they were a little bit longer. But I think moving forward, I want to make these videos a little bit more, more laid back, not too in depth. These are just my top 5, and hopefully that means something. Maybe not, who knows. But yeah, if you want to check out these albums, please do so. Even my honorable mentions as well. Pretty much all the albums I've shown in this video are just worth exploring. Just some fantastic stuff throughout. And honestly, it could change. And all these albums are they're losing my train of thought, but they're qualified to make my top 30 CD purchases at the end of the year. So it'll be top 30. So still a long way to go. So a lot more to explore. So that's about it for me. So if you enjoy this video, please give it a video like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. And until then, I'll see you then. Take care.